we on? We're on. Hey! Thank you, J-Mar. Hey, this is Shane and this is the Camel Vlog. I want to say thank you very much. J-Mar, come and say g'day.
Hey!
This is J-Mar, a superstar, looking very denim today. And what's this PS I love you? What is
It's
it?
Photoshop.
Photoshop.
It's a Photoshop file.
Photoshop file.
I'm a designer.
You're not.
Oh yeah.
Get out of here. Thank you. All right, what we're going to talk about today is a result of my big mouth because on Facebook this week we released our new Dynamic Pages widgets for the new Dynamic Pages feature of Duda, and I read this article and watched this video all about Uber Eats, all right, and I made a post where I said, hey, you can build your own Uber Eats with Dynamic Pages and with our widgets. And automatically the Duda pros of the world get all excited, probably because a couple of them thought, wow, for not a lot of money, we could compete against Uber Eats. Well, that's not exactly what it is. You know, I'm a solution salesperson and I couldn't help it. I look at Dynamic Pages and I get very, very excited about the things you can do with them. And one of the ideas is that you could probably end up building your own sort of Uber Eats delivery thing for your own pizza shop or your own Indian restaurant or something like that. But let me take it a bit further. What's the point about Uber Eats? Now, everyone knows what Uber Eats is. Well, Uber is that where you can, they replace the taxi services of the world, and you can, get on that application and away you go, and you get a car, and you don't have to worry about hailing a taxi, and it's supposedly wonderful for the world. Uber Eats, the whole idea behind it is that restaurants and bars and everything else, takeaway food shops could take part in that application, and they get basically advertised. So when Harry or Harriet consumer is at home and they're hungry, they can get onto the Uber Eats and they can let their finger go crazy and they can find, oh, there's papadums, and they can order them and get it delivered. All right? So what has happened is that every restaurant in the world has to be on Uber Eats, or else supposedly you're not going to be in the game. But here's the problem. The revenue that people are making from being part of this Uber Eats is next to nothing. People are making between 8 and 10%, right, profit on their food that's being delivered from Uber Eats. The other problem is that your brand is in the hands of who's ever delivering your food, right? So you may cook it to your wonderful standards, you may have it leave your restaurant all beautiful and wonderful, and then half an hour later it gets to the customer and it's cold and it's terrible, and they're not going to blame Uber, they're going to blame you, right? So it's a bit of a problem. And what a lot of restaurants are now doing is looking at ways of creating that service themselves. Now, it makes me laugh because back in the day, when you were like 18 years of age, you got a job part-time delivering pizzas. That's what we used to do back in the day. People would deliver their own stuff. Well, it's actually going back that way. The people are looking at creating their own delivery services rather than relying on the applications. But it's not just Uber Eats. It's things like Trivago, for hotels that are out there. It's things for people that want to buy and sell motor cars. There's applications where you can sell motor cars. But what the problem is, and this is what I was trying to get to when I said create your own Uber Eats. Dynamic Pages allows you to have the sexy, awesome, searchable thing for your products and services that make it easy to update, but easier to search, easy to link with other things like booking widgets and delivery widgets and money-taking widgets, all that sort of stuff. It allows you to do what those big services do, but you're doing it yourself. You're doing it for your own brand. The problem with building a website for your restaurant and you're building it around something like Uber Eats, that when people start searching in your website, they're not just searching for you, they're searching for all your competitors, right? That the data and all the information from those consumers, it doesn't stay with you. It goes off to Uber Eats and they get to market to them again and they get to do that. But if you use dynamic pages and you use the widgets we have, you're the one that's in control. You're the one that's gathering the data. That your website, as we've said, that should be a mobile marketing machine. It should be an information gathering machine. It should be an order taking machine. When you use dynamic pages, when you use the widgets we have, that's exactly what it becomes. So, am I saying that you can go out there and compete against Uber? No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that it's about time you take control of what's going on with your website. You're the one that gets out there and starts advertising your houses, advertising the rental properties, starts advertising the motor cars that you've got for sale on your car park, start advertising the products and services that you've got, not just using the application that is available out there. Start to promote your brand and use the dynamic pages, beautiful feature from Duda, the widgets that we have, and get that things done. And that's what I was talking about. So I hope we settled that. Did I settle that, you think?
Yeah.
Well done. And the good part about it is you can make it look so sexy and awesome, and that's why I love it. So have a fantastic day. This is Shane from TheCamel.co. Remember, we are a fulfillment part of Aduda. We can do all those dynamic things, but we can also make incredibly great websites for you at a cost that allows you to make really fantastic margins, and you can get busy getting more customers rather than building websites. Have a great day. See ya.